This is Paul. Verse 3. Then they brought the golden vessels that were taken out of the temple of the house. Yeah. Of God, which was at Jerusalem, and the king and his princes, his wives, and his concubines drank in them. They drank wine, and praised the gods of gold, and of silver, of brass, of iron, of wood, and of stone. In the same hour came forth the fingers of a man's hand, wrote over against the candlestick upon the plaster of the wall of the king's palace, and the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. Then the king's countenance was changed, and his thoughts troubled him, so that the joints of his loins were loosed, and his knees smote one against another. The king cried aloud to bring in the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers. And the king spake and said to the wise men of Babylon, Whosoever shall read this writing and show me the interpretation thereof shall be clothed with scarlet, and have a chain of gold about his neck, and shall be the third ruler in the kingdom. Then came in all the king's wise men, but they could not read the writing, nor make known to the king the interpretation thereof. Then was King Belshazzar greatly troubled, and his countenance was changed in him, and his lords were astonied. Yeah. Now the queen, by reason of the words of the king and his lords, came into the banquet house, and the queen spake and said, O king, live forever, let not thy thoughts trouble thee, nor let thy countenance be changed. There is a man in thy kingdom in whom is the spirit of the holy gods, and in the days of thy father light and understanding and wisdom like the wisdom of the gods was found in him when the king Nebuchadnezzar, thy father, the king, I say, thy father, made master of the magicians, astrologers, Chaldeans, and soothsayers. Yeah. Now, Belteshazzar, yeah, and Nebuchadnezzar, yeah, in the book of Daniel, the magicians, yeah, the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers, yeah. You know, a lot of individuals that have a lot of power in the U.S. government, they feel a need to employ people specifically because of their spirituality. Now, has anybody been reading the fortune of those that are actual employees of Homeland Security? Is there any employee specifically employed because of their magic, their charms, their craft? Are you preferential hiring because of the spirituality of any individual? Now, Jane and Douglas, obviously, they both had good government jobs. Could you do a little evaluation of all the relatives of all the employees of the U.S. government, inclusive of the 3 million individuals in the civil service? Yeah. I'd like to know how many of them are relatives and how it was that you got the job. Now, I would say that Jane needed some special people, and Heidi Lee Budnick could have recommended employees. There could have been some impersonations of my actual wife, and the thought of forgeries on court documents. Yeah, the impersonator during the witness trial. Yes, on July 24th of 2012. Scaredy cat. Now, for all of us, right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, Clallam County Sheriff's Department. I've informed you that Heidi Lee Budner is not Heidi Lee Budnick. Yeah. And you refuse to enforce my rights as a citizen. Yeah. I asked for you to employ a forensic handwriting expert. Yeah. To go through all the handwriting and the signatures of my wife. Yeah. Now, as a sheriff's department, you have refused me the equal protections of the law. I would say that there's some Brady material there and Giglio. Considering, yes, there is no signature of Heidi Lee Budnick on the actual protection order. How do I know if she was there? Right now! Right now! Right now! Now, I want all the soothsayers. Yep. astrologers, magicians, the Chaldeans, yeah, the occultists, yes, and the spirits. Right now, right now.